and welcome to Cook Barn TV. I'm Renal and this is my husband Seamus. Together we run Bombay Brunch and we're here so excited to be a part of Cook Barn TV. We're the first ones to start a cookery show, and today we'll be cooking butter chicken, 3 Indian chutneys and jeera rice. So let's begin. And Seamus is here to answer any questions you have and here for the banter. So to start with butter chicken, we have some chicken here. Now to understand butter chicken, right, we really need to understand that there's like 2 parts of the curry. One is a chicken tikka and one is the sauce. So we're going to make the chicken tikka first. We have some chicken here, sliced chicken breast into like butterfly. Now I'm going to add some spices. So here are my spice box. So this is some paprika, a teaspoon of paprika. This is half a teaspoon, by the way, so that's why I said teaspoon.
Yeah, so later on in the show, when there's a small break, there will be a point where Mernal will describe what each of the spices adds to the curry.
Yeah. This is some turmeric, half a teaspoon of turmeric. And then I have some coriander powder here, 1 teaspoon of coriander powder. Yeah, I will talk to you through all the spices. And some cumin powder. That's half a teaspoon as well. And half teaspoon of garam masala. Some salt to taste. And some oil. Very important to mix the oil with the chicken because it really infuses the spices and gives the color out of the paprika. So I've already added the salt and now some yogurt. So I learned to cook as a child with my grandmom. So she used to cook and I used to just stand there and watch her cook. And that really got me into cooking.
So whereabouts are you based, Mernal?
I'm from Mumbai and I came to UK to study engineering. Let me keep this back in. And now I'm gonna really...
And through engineering, you started cooking?
Yes. I mean, I always loved cooking, so I really enjoyed it as a student. So we didn't go out much. I didn't cook. I didn't buy a lot of takeaways or anything. So that's really when my passion for cooking kicked in. I started cooking on my own and with my friends and for my friends.
So you originally come from India?
Yes, Mumbai. Mumbai is in India. It's in the southwest of India. Oh, unfortunately, it's very, what do you call it? Not Indian food because Seamus is Irish, so we always go to Ireland for his family for Christmas.
Mm-hmm. But this year, with the pandemic, we are staying in Bristol. It was going to be our first time cooking together for Christmas with no family around, so it's going to be interesting. My cooking is based around the sous chef preparation of everything and getting it all ready for Mernal to do the cooking part. So that's my cooking.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna set it aside for it to marinate for around 50 to 20 minutes.
Why do you marinate it for now?
So we really want all the spices and juices of the chicken to infuse and get together, and that's why marination is extremely important in Indian cooking. Whatever meat or generally meat you make, you always marinate it. Right, let's begin with the sauce. We have a pan, and then I'm going to add some oil, around 1 tablespoon of oil in the pan.
Is that on high heat?
It's on, yes, high heat. Tablespoon of oil, let it heat up. Now I have 1 medium-sized white onion roughly chopped. Waiting for the oil to heat up a little. I also have some ginger and garlic, so I'm going to take like 6 cloves of garlic and around 1 inch of ginger.
You always add the ginger and garlic and onion at the start?
Yes. Yes, always ginger garlic first, then onion.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, garlic for me is like, I heard somewhere, no one should tell you how much garlic to add in the curry. Like it's like a personal choice. It's very strong. It's really flavorsome. So most of the Indian dishes will have garlic in it. So now the oil is nice and hot. I'm gonna add some garlic. Chop it a little, like really roughly chop, because we're gonna make a really fine paste out of it.
So after you cook the sauce, you're going to blend it?
No. So the reason why we cook it first is to really caramelize everything, get the flavors infused, get the sauce going first. Because if we make a paste of it and then cook it, it'll be nothing like what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, because why I said it's big bits is because we're going to blend it in a minute. So there's no point like using double energy.
Yeah. You still get all the flavour coming out of the garlic and ginger?
Yeah.
Okay.
So now just add the onions to it.
And how long would you normally cook it like this for?
Until the onions become brown, golden brown.
Golden brown?
Yeah. So if you have any questions, please fire them up. Seamus will let me know, and I'm happy to answer them. If you have any questions after the show.
Anna is asking which oil are you using to cook today?
So, hi Anna. To answer your question, I'm using sunflower oil, and Indian cooking generally you use sunflower oil or vegetable oil.
Why would you not use olive oil?
Because olive oil itself is so strong. I love olive oil in Spanish dishes and Italian dishes, but for Indian cooking it's quite strong and it has its own flavor and peculiarity. That's why we don't use olive oil. But sunflower oil and even rapeseed oil or vegetable oil are sort of odorless. So that's why.
Smells good already.
Sorry?
Smells good already.
Oh.
Yeah. Everyone's getting hungry all of a sudden.
You don't say that at home, huh, Shema?
You spend about 5 minutes
Yeah,
stirring it.
around
it's
5 to 8 minutes. So now I'm going to add some spices to it. Some whole spices. This is 1 inch of cinnamon, 5 cardamom pods.
That's green cardamom, yeah?
Yeah, green cardamom. And then one black cardamom, slightly bigger. This one, this much. And a few cloves. And a few peppercorns, say 4 or 5. And a couple of bay leaves.
So if the audience at home wanted to be more or less spicy, what would they add more or less of?
So for it to have less spice, I guess you could reduce the cloves because cloves are quite spicy. Rest all just for the flavor and aroma. But cloves and pepper even, pepper gives quite a big kick. So if you want to really reduce the heat of it, you can reduce the cloves and pepper. So if you have curry powder at home, that's fine as well. You can use say half a teaspoon of garam masala. The reason why we use whole spices is whenever you mix whole spices and then blend them, they give a very special flavor rather than already ground spices. So you could add half a teaspoon of garam masala according to your taste, but for butter chicken, whole spices really make a lot of difference.
So where would you normally buy your spices at now?
I would buy my spices in the closest Indian shop, but you can also buy them from Asda or Tesco. They're readily available because I buy in like large quantities because we use them so much. So this is nicely brown and caramelized. I'm going to let it cool because we want to blitz it. I have also forgotten a few cashews. So I will need a handful of cashew nuts. So give it like a couple of minutes.
What part does the cashew play then in this curry?
They add the nutty flavor, nutty and creaminess. So the biggest misconception about butter chicken is that it's like full of cream and unhealthy. But actually, it's the cashew nuts that get the nuttiness and creaminess of it, not the cream. Cream we add extremely minute quantities, like 2 or 3 teaspoons. So that's that. I'm going to let it cool down. Now I'm going to fry the chicken. I need to turn my grill on. Heat up the pan.
So you're going to use the same oil for the chicken as well to fry it?
Yeah. So I need very little quantity of oil, like not more than a teaspoon. Here's my oil.
So that's on the same flame as before?
Yeah.
The medium heat?
Yeah, absolutely. Nice and
So
hot.
if everybody at home can see that Bernal has switched the grill on as well, so they can preheat their grill, and so you're going to cook the chicken on the pan first and then on the grill afterwards?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So it's like nicely cooked, and then we heat it in the grill so it gets like a little charred. Do we have tongs here?
Don't use a fork.
Okay, found them. They'll do.
This is chicken breast you're using, Bernal?
Yeah.
Can you
So-
use like chicken thigh or chicken drumstick?
This is a question I get always asked. I prefer chicken breast because it's a leaner meat, but chicken thigh has its own benefits. It's got more fat in it, and you can always use like whatever meat you want. Traditionally, with tandoori chicken, they used to put it in like a whole tandoori oven. So you used to put the whole chicken and then literally just shred it off the bones to make butter chicken. But I like chicken breast, so it's a personal choice.
So how long would you cook it on this
So we
grill?
don't need to like flip it a lot. We just need to make sure that the chicken is like just cooked, and the rest of the cooking will be happening in the grill. Just wash my hands.
So what are you going to serve with this chicken curry today, Bernal?
So I'm gonna make it with rice and 3 chutneys. So on the other side, what I am going to do is put a pan on. Have some tomato puree. Have some oil around.
Same oil as before?
Sorry.
The same oil
Yeah,
as before?
same oil, same vegetable oil as before. Now I have some lazy ginger here. You can also use ginger paste.
So Jackie mentioned online that she's going to make your curry tomorrow. She's going to
Thank you,
repeat
Jackie.
and watch the same thing tomorrow for dinner.
Thank you.
Lots of people getting excited about your cooking today.
And a couple of green chilies. I'm just going to check my chicken. No, it needs to be like half cooked, and you can tell when chicken is half cooked. So this is a smaller piece, so this is nicely cooked here, so I can flip this one. The reason why we butterfly the chicken so that it spreads across and it has a nice surface area to cook quicker.
So one chicken breast would be enough for one person serving?
Yeah, generally. So yeah, well,
Unless you get hungry like me.
yeah. Well, whenever we cook, don't we? We cook 2 chicken breasts, and that's more than enough for both of us. I'm gonna slit some green chilies in half.
Is this to let more flavour out?
Yeah.
Get
So-
more spiciness out?
Yeah, the reason why you put like ginger and chili or garlic in the oil, so that the whole oil is infused in those flavors, and whenever you add your onion or tomato or whatever, the whole base gets that flavor. That's it. And I want some puree.
So you always use tomato puree rather than normal tomatoes?
So tomato puree is quite concentrated, so you don't need as much tomato. Because generally, if you're using fresh tomatoes, you need around 2 kilos of tomatoes for this dish. But if you're using tomato puree, you'll only need like 2 teaspoons. And passata. Take that. I'm going to reduce the heat because we don't want the chicken to fully cook and burn.
So what all do you have in there? Just the chilies and the oil?
Yeah. Chilies, oil, ginger and tomato puree. Now I'm going to add some turmeric and very little paprika. And now the oil is like fully used up by the curry, by the tomato puree. Now I'm going to add my passata.
So that's the step you'd be looking for whenever the oil gets all absorbed by the ingredients?
Yeah. So I'll use the whole pack of passata.
Is that 1 litre of passata?
No, it's 500.
Okay.
There we go. How's everyone doing at home? Is everyone following?
I think people are following. So they're lucky busy cooking away and don't have time to chat at the same time. It's quite hard to text message and do this at the same time.
Cook at the same time, yeah. Absolutely. So now this chicken is almost
Nearly done.
Yeah. Like I said, we don't want it like fully cooked. I'm going to put it in the grill now. Just brush it with a little oil, not too much. In the grill. Okay.
What's this, a sparking one?
Oh, left a piece there. And I'm going to let the tomatoes cook on low heat.
And so how long do you keep the chicken on the grill for then?
Until it's nicely charred. So you keep checking the chicken every now and then.
And you turn it upside down halfway through, or do you do the other side?
Yeah. That's off. Forgot about this piece.
That's the best bit.
Yeah. So that's the pan done. Okay. Right. While everything is cooling down, I'm going to make the 3 chutneys. First, I'm going to put the rice on. Otherwise, we're going to have everything ready and be waiting for our rice.
Let the rice boil away.
Yeah. rice on here. So for the rice, I need some basmati rice, a pan, switch it on, wrong one. So for jeera rice, you need some ghee. There's your ghee.
So we're making jeera rice?
Jeera rice. Jeera is cumin. Basically.
Cumin rice, okay.
Yeah. We need some ghee, some cumin, some bay leaves, some cloves, and that's it. And rice, obviously. 1 teaspoon of ghee.
So what is ghee? Ghee is just clarified butter?
Yes. So it's very easy to make ghee at home, actually. If you take unsalted butter and add it and just let it heat up and let all the fats go down, you will get, and let it rest, you will get clarified butter. And that has its like completely different properties to normal butter and different flavor as well.
So for the people at home who don't have ghee or don't use ghee that often, can they use oil instead?
Yeah, you could use oil, but it won't be as flavorful. You could definitely use oil if you're looking for a vegan option. So just checking this chicken at the same time. So I don't want an accident here, so I'm going to use like spices first. 2 bay leaves. It's nice and hot, so the bay leaf starts changing color when it's hot.
So this is on medium flame again? Or?
Yeah. And 3 cloves. Slightly increasing my flame. And I'm going to use some cumin. Around 1 teaspoon of cumin. It's nicely sizzling, so now I can add my rice. So 2 people need 1.5 teaspoons of rice, or 1.5 cups of rice, sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say teaspoon is a bit less.
Yeah.
So you're adding all the spices, and then they've been now mixed with the rice itself.
Yeah.
And you always use basmati rice in Indian cooking?
Yes, always. Or you can use long grain rice or any other rice, but basmati has its, again, own flavor, very distinct, very beautiful, very fragrant. Now see how the rice is becoming like from translucent to opaque. That's what we're looking for. Like here, see?
Do you want all the greens to change colour?
No, most of them. Most of them as in like around 30 to 40% of them. You want to toast it anyway, nicely. And now I've added 1.5 cups of rice, so I'm going to add 3 cups of water.
So you use cold water for this?
Yep, always cold water for rice. If you use hot water when you're cooking rice, it would give out starch much quicker and it won't cook fast and be really sticky. So always use cold water for your rice, guys. That's it. That's the sizzle you want to hear. And you let it cook for
Double
until
quantity
it
of
cooks.
water?
Double the quantity of water. Very little salt. And let it cook now. Now let's move on to our chutneys. While all this is cooking, chicken's nicely grilled. I'm going to flip it onto the other side. There we go. Now, for the first chutney is onion and tomato chutney. I have some onion, chopped onion. I'll get a bigger bowl so I can mix it nicely. Did you chop like one onion, Shimi?
Yeah, one red onion.
One red onion. And then I'll take one tomato. Nice fresh tomato.
So what is this chutney called?
This is tomato and onion chutney.
Okay.
So these chutneys are to go with your poppadins, and they're supposed to be very, not very spicy, but really finger-licking almost, you could say. So chop the tomato finely. Can you find the sugar for me, please?
Where's the sugar?
It's next to the kettle.
Some sugar here.
Thank you. There we are. That's, I really hope I don't drop this on a live show. There we go. That's your tomato. Chopped. I need half a green chili. Finely chopped. There it is. These are bird's eye chilies, so you need like only half of it, so you don't give yourself like it's not too spicy for you. You can add it according to your preference. You can, if you want to make it spicy, add chili powder to it. If you want it just nice and spicy, then just half a chili is fine. So very little salt. And then half teaspoon of sugar. And secret ingredient, guys, chaat masala. You can find chaat masala in any Indian stores. You can also find it in Asda. It's generally used in like Bombay food cooking, Bombay street food, and it's there to like make your food like really finger licking and really tasty.
So why did you add the sugar?
Because it gives like a sweet note on the salad. It's not just overpowering and spicy.
Mm-hmm.
That and some coriander.
Some people don't like coriander. Is there an alternative, or would you just not add it?
You can add parsley as an alternative. If you don't like parsley, if you don't like coriander, don't add it. But why don't you like coriander?
I don't know. Sometimes in some dishes I'd rather not have it. The smell puts me off at the start.
Oh no, that's the only thing I like about coriander. It's like so fragrant and so delicious. Okay, so that's the tomato and onion chutney.
Lucy Hoy says I bet it smells amazing and delicious.
Oh, who's that?
Lucy Hoy.
Hello Lucy, thank you for watching. I'm so glad you're enjoying it. So that's the first chutney done. Chutney number 2, let me just check the rice, we don't want to burn the rice. Keep checking the rice, guys. And mix it because all the spices come out. So you want them nicely mixed together. And reduce the heat now.
So you cook it on full heat for a time and then reduce it to medium heat?
Yeah, low heat so that all the rice absorbs the water quickly, slowly. I'm not done with the sugar yet. So next chutney is the mint chutney. So for the mint chutney, I need a blender, 1 clove of garlic, I'd say, oh, sorry.
No one's going to be able to hear you now.
Yeah. Can you hear me now? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I need 1 clove of garlic, I'd say like 1/4 inch of ginger, mint, lots of it, and coriander.
So where do you normally buy your herbs? Do you go like Asda, Tesco, or would you go to Indian shop?
I go to local shop because you get like a large quantity of herbs for cheap price, but local grocery shops. So I've got like 1 part of coriander, and I take 1.5 parts of mint to it.
I see you're removing the stalks.
Yeah, otherwise it'll be too woody. Coriander stalks are fine because they're soft, but mint stalks are really, really woody. Okay, that's that. I'm going to take a little bit of water.
So why do you use water?
So that it mixes properly. It's not like one clump of paste. Okay. So this is not done yet. This is just the mint part of it. I'm going to take some yogurt because this sauce is mint yogurt that you get in restaurants with your papadum. There's some yogurt. So the reason why we don't blitz the yogurt with the mint is because otherwise it will become extremely watery.
Okay.
If you blitz yogurt, it's going to become water. Like that's for sure. So you blitz the mint first, and then you mix it with yogurt, so it becomes like a nice consistency and a lovely flavor.
To be thick or to be?
You want it to be like thick, not completely water, not completely like a big blob or thick. You want it to flow on your papa. You want it to be able to scoop it up. Just put everything back. Otherwise, Richard's not gonna see anything and take good pictures. So that's, now there's no seasoning to it yet. So I'm gonna add some salt, very little salt, as per taste, and 1/2 teaspoon of sugar. Or if you want it sweeter, you add more sugar. So you don't need to add more chili to it, or if you can add chili to it, but the garlic already makes it like a little spicy. Let me taste this.
That's chutney number 2.
Yep.
Done.
So the chicken is nicely charred now. I'm going to switch the grill off and let it be there for a while because it's not needed yet. The rice here.
The rice and sauce are still boiling away.
Yep. Almost cooked. I'm just going to check it. It's fully cooked and can be turned off. Now I'm going to go on the sauce for the butter chicken. Quickly wash this. So now that this onion and cashew mix and spice mix is nicely cooled down, hopefully, yeah. I'm going to add it to the NutriBullet that Richard's recently bought.
So can you use any like hand blender to do this as well? Or?
So the thing is with butter chicken, you want it like to be extremely fine paste. It needs to be velvety. Traditionally, they use like a sieve to like sieve all the big bits, but because we have passata and a NutriBullet, we're not going to sieve it. But yeah, you need like a blender or a sieve. If you have a thick blender, if you don't have a very fine blender, what you could do is blend it as well as you can, and then you sieve it using a sieve like that, like that. And then a little water, because just to make it blend well. Yeah.
Yeah, so Anna's got a question about poppadoms, saying, are they like, do you make the poppadoms, or does the poppadoms, do you just cook them, or what is the process there?
So there's 2 ways you can, 3 ways you can make poppadoms. First, easiest way is buy the poppadoms from a shop, which are already pre-fried. Second way is buy half-cooked not half-cooked, but dried poppadoms like these, and fry them at home. So you either need like a deep fat fryer or a frying pan and deep fry them, or you could brush them with some oil and put them in a microwave for 30 seconds each side. Or the hardest way is to make your own poppadoms, which I really don't recommend because it's so much work. So everyone in India just buys their own, buys the pre-made ones.
Okay.
The best place to get poppadoms is, again, Indian shops, or Sherwood's does them, Pathak's does them. You can get like loads of brands who, yes, you can get them on Amazon. They're very readily available. Yes, I do. I shop very local. I love local food, fresh produce, and local shops. So I don't go for...
It's always good to support your local suppliers.
Exactly, small businesses. Right. Let's get this done. Maybe it needs a little bit more water.
Add water.
So see, if you add less water, this is what happens. You get like a very thick, coarse paste, but you want like a very fine paste. I have not forgotten about these tomatoes here. They are nicely cooking on their own.
So what At what point do you know when it's finished cooking?
When it starts giving out oil, it separates oil from the tomatoes. See, now you can see the tomatoes. It's got a nice shiny layer on it. So because we don't use like excess amounts of oil, the oil doesn't float on the tomatoes, but it gives a nice shiny layer. Okay. Yeah, I think that'll do. So that's the consistency. Even finer is even better. So now I'm gonna switch on my pan again.
Use the same pan as earlier, it's fine?
Yeah. Same pan as earlier, no oil needed this time. I'm just gonna transfer my tomato paste from one pot to the other, because it's nicely sieved. I don't need to sieve it again. Use up everything, don't waste anything. And start spitting, so you need it on a very low heat. There we are. I'm gonna mix my cashew and onion paste to it.
Anna is saying thanks for answering her question.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you so much for watching it through full on, like full through.
I can't wait to see everyone's pictures later, see how it turns out.
Oh my god, it smells so nice. So
You use the full thing, yeah?
yeah. Everything that's there. So now it's like stuck a little. I'm gonna add some more water. So you don't need to add like any extra water in the curry because it's already having like so much water in the paste. So that everything's taken away. No need to add any color. Your curry is already like perfect. So yeah, try and use as less artificial ingredients or colors as possible in your food. Because so it's called butter chicken because it's very buttery, it's very creamy, it's very smooth.
So that because you added the yogurt.
In its Indian name is makhni, which is like in India there's a saying like it's like makhan, which is very soft and very velvety. So that's why it's called butter chicken, because there is not much butter in it.
So what's the next step now then, Ronald? You just bring it to the boil again or to heat it up fully?
No. Yeah. So we are going to like simmer it for like another 5 to 10 minutes. I'm going to clean up this space.
Do you have another chutney to make? Or
yes, I have one more chutney to make. I haven't forgotten about it, Seamus. You always do that to me, I know. Is there a lid for this pan?
Don't think so. Just turn the temperature down a little bit.
Okay.
Starting to spark.
Yeah. So I have my chicken here, which is well rested and nicely charred. I'm going to slice it. It's beautifully cooked, not not dry or anything. It's very juicy.
So you just cut it into slices just for serving?
Yeah. I'm going to cut it into slices and add it to the sauce now.
Okay.
Because we added yogurt to it, it wouldn't let it dry. It adds the moisture. And the juices that's overflown from it on the tray, we're going to add them as well. So it adds that extra flavor. Yes. Look. It's like nice and juicy, fully cooked through. So Richard's asking if the chicken's fully cooked, because I had like put it like almost half cooked and he's scared I'm going to give everyone salmonella. But no, it is fully cooked through, Richard.
So now you add it to the curry,
Add the whole thing to the sauce, including all the juices.
And juices as well is very important.
Yes, very important to add the juices. So this is where actually the makhni part of it comes. We're going to add some cream, but very little. So I'm going to let it cook for like another maybe 2 or 3 minutes. I will now finish my third chutney, Seamus, that I haven't forgotten. Bowl again. My third chutney is the cucumber chutney. For that I need a cucumber and some. So for the first, wrong knife. First step, you need half a cucumber, finely chopped. Now, very important step. Let its water overflow by adding salt to it, so the raita doesn't get watery.
You want to extract as much water out of it as possible?
Yes, exactly. Because generally, if you just add cucumber to yogurt and add salt on it, it'll start giving out water, and you're gonna have a watery raita. So very little salt, just to cover up the cucumber. Let it sit in there for like a minute. It will give a lot of water out. I'm now going to start plating my food. Let me check the seasoning for this, because I don't know if I've added too much. It needs a little salt. I didn't add any salt, did I though? So, a teaspoon of salt.
So you can add as much salt or as less salt as you feel you need?
Yeah, exactly. A little cream, like literally a swirl, around 2 tablespoons. And turn off the heat, because let the cream just melt away and not separate it. Sorry, you were saying?
Is there any alternative to this cream?
You can use double cream.
Dairy alternative?
Yeah, actually you can use a plant-based cream. There is the There are quite a few options available in the market these days which are nut-based creams, so you can use them if you don't want to use single cream or double cream. So that is your butter chicken ready. Now I'm going to plate it. Look at that rice. Every single grain is separated, fully cooked through, and extremely fragrant.
Smells delicious from here.
I bet you are hungry. I'm going to make a little well. Oh, I have the chili on top. And put a tomato. Okay. What do you think, Shimi?
Yeah, looks delicious from this
So
angle.
it's almost done, almost done.
The plating up part's always the best part.
Yeah, my favorite part, because it's job done and time for you to clean up.
So what is that you just added on top there?
So just coriander for garnish, and some lemon, and a tomato as a side. I'm going to finish my third salad. I still haven't forgotten about it. So this has nicely given out, like, see, a lot of water. I don't know if you can see it from the camera, but it has, I can see. See, there we go. I'm just going to soak it all out and throw it out. Okay, that's the cucumber. Very little yogurt, around 2 tablespoons.
This is just normal yogurt?
Yeah, low fat natural yogurt. The rest of the half green chili, but in big pieces, because we don't want, we want it to get noticed. You don't want to make it too spicy. Some coriander. Now the next step is absolutely optional. If you have some peanuts, you can chop some peanuts and drizzle all over the chutney, or you can just miss out on the peanuts. That's completely up to you. Some salt and some sugar. I left the sugar there. Yeah. Thank you. Right. Yeah.
What does the sugar and salt do then? Balances it all out?
Yeah, because we've already added the chili, and so cucumber adds the coolness to the chili. Sugar and salt make it a little sweetened. So it's like a cool raita. Cool and sweet. No tangy. Sweet, salty. And the last bowl. So these are our completely different 3 chutneys. Clean all this up.
Just for aesthetics, or is it for
it's
taste?
Purely aesthetics.
And the poppadoms, do we?
Yep, serving it, Seamus. Do it. Here we have pre-made poppadoms, and that's it. These are your 3 chutneys: the onion and tomato, cucumber raita, mint chutney, butter chicken with jeera rice, and some poppadoms to start with. Thank you everyone for watching, and please let us know what you thought, and leave us some comments if you have any questions. There's a forum on cookbarn.tv. You can leave your questions there, and I'll try and answer all of them. Thank you so much for watching tonight. Bye.